They're accusing me of crimes which happened 15 years ago. They're not even telling me against who. This is a setup head to toe. And what they are doing to me is the same thing they tried to do to Trump, and it's the same thing they're going to do to every single one of you. Their intention is to attach heinous allegations to my name so that people talk about the allegations instead of my ideas.
I told you guys before that this whole thing is a fucking charade. It's a whole bunch of bullshit. The people that have a voice that are telling the truth about shit, they always get censored. They want to keep you stupid and entertained and fat so that you're not strong, smart, and able to fight back. That's what it comes down to. Now, here's a statement that he gave.
I am a reminder of what is going to happen to every single man in the dystopian future which they are trying to build for us. I'm a reminder of what they did to Trump. Trial by media, endless allegations, some victim who he doesn't even remember the name and face of. And now the UK government is trying to silence me. They're accusing me of crimes which happened 15 years ago. They're not even telling me against who. 15 years ago, you did something wrong. To who? We can't tell you. This is a setup. This is a political witch hunt, which is why the members of parliament are openly calling for my decimation. Where is my chance of a fair trial when members of parliament are saying I deserve to go to jail without even seeing the evidence which has been put in front of a judge? This is a setup head to toe. And what they are doing to me is the same thing they tried to do to Trump, and it's the same thing they're going to do to every single one of you. Do not forget, they tried to put a bullet in Trump's head, and now they want me gone. What they are doing to me is coming to every single man who wants to protect the sanctity of his child's mind. If you do not want your kids learning propaganda in school, they will destroy you. What they're doing to me is the same thing they will do to every single man who refuses to take a vaccine because Pfizer wants to make money, even if it gives you. What they're doing to me, they will do to you. What they're doing to me is the same thing they will do to every single man who feels a patriotic love for his homeland. The homeland his ancestors built, fought, and died for. What they're doing to me, they're going to do to you too. They may kill me first, but they're going to kill all of us. When I decided to take on this fight against the Matrix, I understood the size and scope of the enemy. I knew exactly what they were going to try and do, and I called them out publicly, repeatedly, in advance, because their playbook is transparent. What they're trying to do to me is to silence me. They want me to disappear from the internet because I am afraid. But the problem that they have is that I do not operate from a realm of fear. My entire life has been a fight. Since the second I was born, I was fighting against poverty, before fighting in the ring, and now I am fighting the Matrix. I've never known peace. I've never had peace of mind. I've never known anything other than struggle. This is who I am. And when I was fighting the Romanian judicial system, which is questionable at best, I walked into court with my head held high. I did not run. I did not hide. I could have disappeared. I didn't do any of it. I walked in there against a questionable judicial system, fought them, and won. And I will
A corrupt judicial system.
do the same against any judicial system that wants to bring charges against me. I will go to court. I will face the allegations, and I will suffer throughout the process, irregardless of how stitched up, how rigged, how set up it is, because I'm not afraid of jail, because everybody knows this is a lie. The British government is saying I hurt someone 15 years ago, but they won't tell me who. Every single man watching this and every single woman watching this who has sons or a husband, imagine they said to you or your husband, 15 years ago you hurt somebody. Who? Won't tell you who. How can you defend yourself? At the same time, the media is saying you're a bad person and belongs in jail. At the same time, members of parliament say you belong in jail. Nobody even knows who this person is, if they exist at all. I've been through this for 4 years so far. 4 years of jail, house arrest, endless media slander. I've never even had a trial. My criminal record is still completely empty. I have never yet had a trial because...
And not only that, this is shit that they brought up. Like I said before, they already took his laptops and tried to charge him with this thing, by the way, guys. That's why I'm like, what the fuck is this, man?
Their intention is not to bring evidence in front of a judge. Their intention is to attach heinous allegations to my name so that people talk about the allegations instead of my ideas. They don't want people to say Andrew Tate says smart things. They don't want big companies to use Andrew Tate to push their products to children. They don't want me to affect political campaigns. They don't want me to help Trump or help Farage or help anyone else. They want to say, you can't use him, even though he's a massive cultural force, because we've accused him of something. This is a setup. And I am telling the world that I am not afraid, that I will go to court, and irregardless of the outcome, because I'm not afraid of a stitch up, irregardless, God knows the truth of my heart. And all of the men who are watching this, who believe it will not happen to you, if you let them kill me, and you let them kill Trump, and you let them kill everyone else who stands up for what they believe in, if you believe these liars, if you believe these opportunistic women who have been promised money to lie, sooner or later, they're going to kill you.
No, very true, man. That's where we are now, guys. We are in a believe all women fucking, literally in a believe all women like spiral, okay? It is a bunch of bullshit, my friends. It really is, man. I told you guys before that this whole thing is a fucking charade. It's a whole bunch of bullshit. And the thing is, it's very true. Your ability to speak freely is 100% contingent upon your influence. If you have a voice and you're able to get people to say, damn, this nigga's right, that's when they silence you. That's why they demonetize me. That's why they ban Nick. That's why they ban Tate. That's why they ban Sneeko. Anyone that's spitting real shit, right, that has an audience, they're going to censor you and get rid of you. That's just how it goes, okay? If you're a retard like FaZe Clan, for example, right, and you're not talking about any real shit, you're just talking about a bunch of retarded content, right? No one gives a shit because you're not influencing anything. You're just being a moron, degenerative retard, now helping guys make money, now helping guys understand how the world works, now helping guys understand how women really fucking think. Meanwhile, instead, you're bringing these whores on and talking about, I go into you and shit like that, like Sophie Rain or whatever. You're safe. They don't have to worry about you. You're not doing anything, right? But when you start talking about real shit, right, like us or Russell Brand or Tates or Sneeko or Nick Fuentes, whatever, yes, you're going to get censored. Alex Jones, you're going to get censored, okay? You can't say real shit while having a platform. It is what it is. That's what happens. They're going to censor you to some degree. Whether it's us getting demonetized on YouTube while getting banned on Meta, or it's Tate getting banned everywhere, or it's Nick Fuentes getting banned everywhere, or it's Sneeko getting banned off YouTube, or if it's Alex Jones getting banned off everywhere, right? Russell Brand getting bullshit charges on him as well, right? 10 years after the fact in the UK as well. Steven Crowder getting, censored on YouTube, demonetized. Dan Bongino getting banned. Anyone that has anything with any type of realness to say, right? They're going to censor you. That's what it comes down to. And the more potent your voice, the harder they will work to censor you. That's how it goes. That's why when they ban Andrew, right? Look, see, Mossad attacked me already. That's why when they ban Andrew, guys, right? They didn't just ban him off YouTube. They banned him off Instagram, then off Facebook, then off YouTube, then off X. They banned him on everything like same week. I remember it. It was August of 2022. I remember when all this shit happened. That's what it is. That's where we are now, right? We are in a information war, quite frankly. We truly are in an info war. Alex Jones talked about this a minute ago. We truly are in an info war. And the problem is that the mainstream media, these regular talking heads at CNN and Fox or whatever, y'all don't respect them anymore. You guys don't trust them anymore. Rightfully so. Because they told you to fucking stay in your house for 2 to 3 years. Destroy your business, right? Destroy your career. Get this fucking jab. If you don't, you're going to be cooked. Then all of a sudden, now it's like evaporated. Nobody cares about the jab anymore, do they? They don't. But literally 5 years ago, if you didn't stay in your house, you could have went to jail. Your business got destroyed. If you criticize the fucking COVID situation, you can get banned off of YouTube. You can lose your social media profile. You can lose your entire livelihood. That's why I said the people, right, that have a voice that are telling the truth about shit, they always get censored. You think any of these retarded ass streamer niggas were talking about COVID or about them boys or about all the other bullshit that was going on? No, of course not. Of course not. They want to keep you stupid. This is why they push FaZe Clan, retarded niggas like that. Streamer University, they push that. You want to know why? Because it keeps you stupid. Keeps you hopped up on dopamine. Keeps you entertained. While you're entertained, guess what? You don't see the fucking Coliseum burning behind you. You don't see the country going up in flames. You don't see the fact that our country is being controlled by a fifth column called fucking Israel. You don't see the fact that kids are dying every single day, getting blown up, and they're using our tax dollars and our image to do it. You don't see the fact that we're literally in the middle of a potential World War fucking III. That we have escalations with Iran, and we might get into war with them, and the Israelis are trying to push Trump into doing it, even though he doesn't want to do it, and he has all this fucking Zionist money. He doesn't want to do it, but they're trying to fucking shove him in there. Israel's trying to plan strikes against Iran. Trump is talking to Netanyahu trying to fucking tell him, don't do it. Don't do it. But they want to do it anyway. The entertainment is best right before the Colosseum burns down. That's how Rome fell, chat. They want to keep you stupid and entertained and fat so that you're not strong, smart, and able to fight back. That's what it comes down to. That's the truth. That's why they push out retarded content in the algorithm and they suppress people telling you the truth. And they figured this out right around COVID time. When everybody was on the internet getting their entertainment, right? And they saw that these people started to rise and get popular. They were speaking about certain things. They're like, whoa, holy shit. People are inside more. They're consuming more social media. These guys right here are problematic. They're saying some shit that's a little bit too hot for us. They're telling these guys about some stuff that we shouldn't be telling them. What did they do? They fucking banned those guys. And that's why we have the current situation that we have now. That's why we got what we got going on now. This censorship regime. Now, thankfully, with Trump in office, it's chilled out a little bit. But censorship was at its worst like 2020, 2021, 2022. Who was in office at the time? Joe Biden. Guys, I remember if you talk shit about the jab, you would get banned off YouTube. I remember if you talked about the election being a scam, being rigged, you would get banned. You could lose your job if you worked for the government if you didn't get the jab back in 2020. Now, nobody's even talking about it. You guys notice that? It's magically evaporated. Nobody cares about the jab anymore. No one cares. It's like a distant memory. If you wear a mask now, you're like a fucking weirdo, right? You guys notice that? If you criticized the jab years ago, you could go to jail for that shit. Now, nobody cares. Nobody forgets all the businesses that were ruined. Nobody forgets the millions of dollars that people lost. So nobody forgets how people lost their YouTube channels, how people lost their social media profiles, how people had their lives absolutely turned upside down from this fucking pandemic. They couldn't see their families. You know how many fucking old people died by themselves and their family couldn't be with them in their last fucking days because the COVID vaccine and the COVID pandemic? Incredible. But we forgot about all that shit. And like I said before, people that talked about this shit got censored. I remember when we had Andrew on, right in the middle of the pandemic, and we were talking about it being a scamdemic. I remember that shit. Then as we both started to get popularity, what happened? Meta banned both of us. Just so you guys know, when I got banned off Instagram, Myron Gaines X, you guys want to know what day I got banned? I got banned February 27th. Guess what happened February 27th? That was the day that Andrew came to the United States. All of his accounts got banned too on Instagram. And I pretty much figured out that us and Andrew were tied on Meta. Meta basically has us both targeted the same way. Under dangerous organizations. Mark Zuckerberg, the fucking loser. Well, we're going to allow more free speech on here. Lies. Fucking lies. Him, Jeff Bezos, right? All these fucking losers. Neil Mohan from YouTube had the fucking nerve to say that YouTube is a bastion of free speech. Get the fuck out of here, man. All these social media companies cucking because they realized that Trump was going to take office, so they needed to kind of preserve themselves. But these are the same social media companies that back in 2021, January 10th-ish of 2021, what did they do? Trump was banned everywhere. Those same social media companies got him the fuck up out of there. But it wasn't until it was eminent that Trump was going to become president that they changed their rhetoric. And they didn't even follow through on it, honestly. Facebook is still cucked. YouTube still bans. I'm still demonetized on here. Despite the fact that people literally take my exact content and do the same shit over there and they're monetized. So is it really the content or is it the content creator? Which one is it? I think it's the creator. Because if it was about the content, I would have been remonetized because people have fucking been jacking my shit for years and they're making a bunch of money on it. So again, what does this come back to? It comes back to if you're relevant and you have a voice and you're telling the truth, they will fucking censor you. And someone like Andrew Tate, I believe it. You're going to have legions of people trying to cancel you when you say the things that he says. We're talking about reaching an astronomical level of fame, being the most Google guy in the world with that type of thought process. Oh, man. It's just a matter of time. I'll say it again. I've said it before and I'll say it again for you niggas. Because you guys always ask us, yo, bring Kevin Hart on your show. Yo, bring this celebrity on your show. Yo, bring this celeb on your show. Guys, you can't be based and popping like that. I'm sorry. You can't. It's one or the other. You're either based and you have to deal with the fact that you have to deal with a ceiling to some level. And if you break that ceiling, they're going to cancel you. Or you're famous as fuck. You're A-list celebrity. You're like a Kai Cenat, but then you're controlled. Which one do you want? But you can't have both. You can't have both. Based and real, but you're going to have to deal with the fact that your reach is going to be limited because you will get censored to some degree. And if you do somehow break through it, they're going to censor you and they're going to come after you like they did with Andrew. Or B, you could be an A-list celebrity, you could be pushed everywhere, you could be huge, but you're going to have to compromise on your morals. You're not going to be able to talk about real shit. You're going to have to stay out of politics. You're going to have to stay out of talking about, you're going to have to stay out of talking about Zionism. You're going to have to stay away from talking about race realism. You're going to have to stay away from making any type of conservative arguments. You can't say that there's two genders. You have to become a bot. You have to become a bot. You have to be a fucking retard and bring on OnlyFans thoughts on your stream and say that you goon to them. That's what you got to fucking do. That's what it is. That's what it is. You got to pick one. Famous is fucking controlled or not controlled, but you have to deal with the ramifications of censorship and losing a portion of reach and money. I chose the latter. Some of you say that I'm stupid for that. Myron, you could have had a bag, bro. You could have made a bunch of money, man. You could have been that guy. You could have taken Kevin Samuel's spot. You could have been worth 30 million by now. You could have been on talk shows. You could have been on the Shade Room. You could have been with these rappers. You could have done it all, man. You know what I gotta say to that? Fuck y'all niggas, man. Because I can say what I want to say. That is priceless to me. I've known since I was a teenager that I had a very unorthodox sense of humor. I think saying things are gay is funny. I think making fun of the way that people speak is funny. I think making fun of fat people is funny. I think making fun of is funny. Okay? Now, some of you might say that that's toilet humor. It's fucked up. It's inappropriate. It's rude. It's crass. Oh, well. Too fucking bad. I like to use certain phrases that are banned. Okay? I like to make racist jokes. I like to make fun of groups of people. People don't like that. But you know what, man? At least I can say what I want to say and not have to worry about anything. Versus your favorite streamer that's super poppin', he might say the wrong word. And then now he's going to get attacked and called a racist and lose his brand deals and, oh man, and world's ending and he can't talk about certain shit and it is what it is. You know? Look, I ain't going to knock people that want to make a bunch of money or whatever. That's fine. Go ahead and make your money. Right? But you're not going to garner the same level of respect. I'm sorry. You're just not. Right? When you keep it real, you build a real audience of people that really fuck with you. And the most important part, you guys want to know one of the best compliments ever that I get all the time when I meet some of you guys in person? Damn. You're the same guy on and off camera. That's the fucking point, man. Do you not get it, guys? That is the point. That is the point, right? You guys are not supposed to watch Myron Gaines, right? And say, I like Myron Gaines. No. You guys are watching Emru fucking Fuddle, the same guy. I could go back to my childhood friends and say the same jokes that we said 10 to 15 years ago. I'm the same guy. Yes, I have a bit more money now. Yes, I'm a bit more famous now. But I'm the same fucking guy. That matters. That matters. Okay? Now, to some people, it doesn't matter. Fine. But don't fucking put me in the same box as you. We are not the same. I am not an actor. I am myself. And being myself in 2025 is something that's fucking to be applauded because a lot of you motherfuckers can't be yourselves. You motherfuckers turn off the cameras. Damn. God, I hate this shit. I hate these niggas. You know what I do? I look at the chat and say, fuck you. I don't got to put on a fake smile like, I got to pretend to sit here and tolerate bullshit from my supporters. No, I tell y'all niggas you're losers. Some loser comes in here, man, you don't get the girls out the show soon enough. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You know how fucking empowering that is? To be able to say what's on my mind and tell you bitch-ass niggas in chat you're a bitch-ass nigga? You know how many influencers can't do that shit? punch the air, walk out the room. They're mad because they can't say what's on their mind. They got to put out this fucking front that they're a nice guy. Fuck that. I say it like it is. Some of you niggas in chat are retarded. Some of you are stupid. And if you don't like it, get the fuck out of here. I don't give a shit. I run my show the way that I want. Byron, you're emotional. Fuck you. That's the beauty of being able to be myself. So when you bitch ass niggas meet me in person, damn, he's really like that. I know. Welcome. You can't put a price on that shit. You can't put a price on that shit. So, with that said, I think being able to be yourself and do what you want to do and say what you want to say is priceless. But it does come at a cost. And it's a big one. We're talking about mass censorship here, right? And in some cases, if you're as popular as someone like Andrew Tate, they're going to try to come for your freedom. And the thing is like, you know, in the UK, they don't got freedom of speech, so they're going to try to come after you in different other ways.